Uh, so today's topic is going to be about scamming trucking companies. Again, um, just waiting for a couple of people to come in. I invited some. I want to give a shout out to my boy Dave. He's from Dave Graphics. Um, Makes graphic designs, logos, T-shirts, hats, all that good stuff. Um, but today we're going to discuss a couple of companies and a couple of shell companies that are ran underneath one company. And we'll start with Ego. So Super Scam and Ego. They run with TriTime, Jordan, Enlightening, Krina, Rocket, AM Hot Shots. This is a company now that they're doing a 75-25 split, and it's off their load board, which is a reproduction of the real true load board, which they could edit the real, take from the real Raycon and edit to a rate that they they subscribed would be pretty good for the driver who would take that load. It's not good because the original rates are $2.30 to $3 a mile. They're putting it on their load board for $1.50, $1.40. So they're taking off the top. Then you got to give them their extra 25% out of that. Um, their weekly deductions now are like around 1,400. I got a couple buddies that are running with them, and I'm not going to mention their names. Don't know why they still choose to be with them. I guess because of their license statuses or whatnot. But it's a scam. Um, I ran for a company, High Performance and Powerful Logistics. It's the same company, and I found a couple more of their LLCs, but I'm not mentioning them yet until I can put proof on it. They're an 85-15% split, the Powerful Logistics and High Performance. Not good. Their recruiter Mia said, "Oh, the payments are 1,800 a week. Then it's 85-15 split, which you have to wait 2 weeks to find out before you get your first settlement. You know, the notification in your email where it's actually 2,400 a week. That's for their truck, trailer, insurance, ELD support, your IFTA, all that good crap." So they lied right there. They ended up having me go out and do recoveries for them, and they were supposed to waive my truck payment, my trailer payment, my insurance payment, my ELD payment. They're supposed to waive all payments and only give me the 85% out of the load to come back with their recovery truck. And I was cleaning the trucks out, which I should have got extra for. I won't even mention the fact that I brought 33 drivers there. 6 were hired on, and I got zero referral bonus of $200, which was supposed to come to me, which they didn't pay me. And in fact, they kept my last settlement of $2,400 and charged me the truck fee and all the payments. That way they kept it. And they put me in a negative, which is funny, is $75 negative on my settlement after flying me to do their recoveries. It's amazing. Um, it's sad how so many companies are now able to open up LLCs, get trucks, give them to drivers, promising them the best that they're going to make the most there, and then keep their settlements, which doesn't make any sense. There's nothing we can do. Uh, you can't go to the Department of Labor. You can't do any of that because you signed a 1099, a private contract that you're doing with them to get a 1099 payment. Um, it's just sad. There's no agency that would help us, so we have to come together and make videos like this and topics and discussions and forums through all the social media networks to help expose these people because they're just robbing us blind and they laugh about it. At the end of the day, they're taking food out of your mouth, your kid's mouth, your family's mouth to enrich themselves. Um, So I just want to put out there that like I'm gonna fly out next week and start with another company and see how they're gonna run. I hearing that they're pretty decent. I'll let you guys know their name after I get my statements and everything lines up. Otherwise, we'll make another video like this. So if anything does happen, like if I go out to Chicago and I just mysteriously disappear, that didn't happen. Okay. If I'm found suicide, death, that didn't happen. Um, like, yeah. So if these people want to kill me, so be it. I can't wait to see God. But with that being said, I'm just sitting around trying to figure out what companies I could give you guys to go out and start running for. But in the meantime, there's a couple that I know. I'll leave in the comment section. You guys can go and pick and choose through them. Whoever comes into this live group, thank you for coming in. Let's see. Give another shout out to my boy Dave with Dave Graphic Designs and Logos, T-shirts. His work's pretty good. I've seen some pictures. I'm having my logo is going to be made up soon as well. But we're here. Trying to figure this one out here real quick. But if you guys have any suggestions, man, on what we could be doing and sending links out now again for forums and joins. But come on aboard, man. If you see my content and you like my content, hit subscribe, like, share, comment. Bring this channel to life, man. The more viewers that get to see these scamming companies, the better. It's rough to be, especially if you're in a SAP program. I'm in a SAP program, and I'll tell you, it's pathetic. The system, the setup is just sad. It's really, really sad to see the SAP program the way it is without the FMSCA actually overlooking who's going to get their randoms done, who's in the program. All they do is just put you in a prohibited status or a not prohibited status, and you can't drive until you go and see a SAP counselor. He gives you a plan, and you're supposed to go by your plan through your employer. And your employer, all they do, all these Russian-based Serbian companies that want you to run illegal and this and that, they just make sure you're not in a prohibited status. And with that being said, you'll run all day long. And then at the end of the week, if you get a paycheck, that's wonderful. But when you see that you're negative, or you see that they took way more than they did and was supposed to, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about that. There's no department, federal department, nobody will do anything. It's up to us drivers to come together and promote pages on Facebook group chats and YouTube videos to expose these people, because the more they're gonna take from us, they will. The more drivers that go to them, that's more money for them. It's funny how a company could come here from overseas and then have 50 trucks overnight. It's amazing. So I just don't know what to say with any of that, other than they're scammers. And they don't care. They don't have no remorse. None. They're just going to take as much as they can when they can for as long as they can. And they have already LLCs sitting away, stashed away in a closet with an MC number, trying to get that MC number, booking loads with that MC number under a different company. That's why they put different, like Ego, for instance, they'll put Tri-Time, this time, that time, Rocket, Jordan, Krina. They now have AM Hot Shots, like all that crap. So they'll run those MC numbers under there to book them through the load board. That way they can establish that MC number. And then when they get exposed, they shut down that crooked name, LLC name, and run underneath the one they were storing away. So I hope the government comes down and cracks down on it, because that's nuts. It's just more nuts that drivers aren't shutting down on the side of the road and saying, with the load rates today, we can't do this. Like, who in their right mind is going to run 2,000 miles for $1.80 a mile? Like 80 cents alone is just for your fuel. Then you got to take out at least a quarter towards your own personal escrow to fix that truck. So you're at like $1.30 there. And then what about your pay? So you're going to run for 25 cents a mile for your pay because you got to save the other amount that's left over from that $1.80 a mile or $1.40 a mile just for tax. So it's crazy. It's crazy how the country can be so high in inflation. For example, take a semi, 53-foot tractor trailer dry van. Okay, 53-foot dry van. Stack that thing from the floor to the ceiling of just toothbrushes alone. This is an example. Now, toothbrushes used to be like $1.20 back then. Now, today, they're $2.50, $3 a piece. So you're pulling a $2 million load, okay, and take out the cost of that toothbrush. So you say you're making $1 million profit for the receiver who receives it, the customer. They're making $1 million profit off of one trailer, just say, but yet they want to pay $1.50 a mile, $2 a mile. You got to go 2,000 miles away. Something's wrong here. It's just sickening. And I hope that us drivers can really unite one day, pull over, blow the air horn, pull the brakes, and say enough's enough. You're gonna pay us our time, our money, our trucks are worth more. God forbid you're taking that $1.80 mile run, right? Boom, you get a steer tire flat. That's the worst, and you don't run off the road. You hit the brakes and you crash into something else and you destroy your tractor. Hopefully that don't happen. But that steer tire alone, and you got to have a tow truck, a wrecking company come, or Love's or somebody to come, roadside assistance. You're gonna pay $1,500, $800 just for a tire. But yet you took that load for $1.80. Does that make any sense? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. But you have a lot of people that come over here, especially the foreigners that don't know how to run and operate and know their expenses. I'll take that load $1.20. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got my own truck. I got my own business. And that's what's killing this country. So I really don't know what to say with all that. But I just know it's crazy. I know it's crazy to have high performance and powerful logistics steal from you, then shut their phones off, send you there, leave you in a hotel, don't answer their phones, just block you because they got all burner phones. And then you have Ego and their 10 different LLC sister shell companies that are scamming people off all these Facebook group chats. They're not going to be happy. I'll tell you right now, all these people, they're not going to be happy with me. Probably going to be real hard for me to get a job, but that's okay because I'm going to do my best to help my fellow American brothers and sisters who are truck drivers. So, like I said, I'm going to fly out next week. I'm going to start a new company. And when that company actually pays me, then I'll promote drivers to go to that company. I'm not going to promote. I made a mistake and I apologize to the people that I promoted to high performance. I apologize. I'm sorry. It didn't work out. It didn't work out for me either. They're just scammers. I just really don't know what to say, man. I hope my channel could take off. I need like 300 more subscribers for YouTube to actually promote me further into the views where it could really be exposed. I also created a Facebook page called Driver Awareness. Please, if you haven't joined up, sign up for that. Hit that comment button, like button. Let's expose these thieves that are stealing from our kids and us. We're not out there 7 days a week to go get robbed. I mean, who would do that? Like, how can a human being open a company and say, I'm going to rob these people and keep their hard-earned money? People who are heartless do that. People with no soul. People with greed, who worship the devil, will do that to someone with family and kids. It's just sad. I want to expose as many as possible, man. Like, put in to the Better Business Bureau, drop in their MC number, go to the FMCA. You want to know about a job? You look at their MC number through the FMSCA site. You type in their MC number. It'll tell you how many trucks they have. If they have 1 or 2 trucks, don't run for them. that they're already double brokering and running under somebody else's MC number. You want to make sure that their status is in good standings in the FMSCA. You don't want to go to a company that has 15 trucks, and then you look on the bottom, it says that 8 of them were put out of service because of their clocks. But obviously, they're editing your clocks, and they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're putting drivers out of service. They don't care about that driver or his license. And remember, drivers, your license is your career. Without your license, you ain't nothing. Bad enough we're already, nothing but butts and elbows sitting in that truck all day, 24 hours a day sitting in the truck, regardless if you're driving on duty, off duty, in the loves or anywhere. You're in that truck 24 hours a day, okay? You're tied to that business 24 hours a day. It's not fair. And then for them to keep your pay, that's just worse. Another red flag on companies is they'll send you to a truck. They won't have no business for you to go to, no shop for you to go. That if they have a business at the shop, they'll send you to a mechanic shop that they know of to go get a truck. But if they don't have like a yard, like their own yard with their name, just say PJR TDD Express, okay? And they send you to a lot, they don't have a business. So they could just shut down just like all these other scamming companies do. That's a lot of these shady businesses do that. But Super Ego, I don't know how their doors are still open. How is because not a lot of drivers understand that they're giving you an offered rate. They're not giving you the true rate con. They're giving you what they want to offer you. That's how they're not getting the lawsuits won, because you sign a contract for offered rate. Nothing you can do about them stealing from you. You just accept the load. So that's why the lawsuits aren't going nowhere with Ego. But what you can do, stop going there. It's out there on social media about how they take from you. They took from me and my friend. I took my buddy's truck to Ego, and it was supposed to. Owner operators do not go to Ego because they're paying you $1.40, $1.50 a mile. Sometimes you get a $2 load, but then next week they're going to be like, "Oh, we made a mistake. You'll get it on your next week's check." And then when time next week's check come, they stop you from running because they want to grow 7,000 to 8,000 a week, and they only want to pay you 1,500, and they want to keep the rest. That's facts. Same thing with high performance. They'll just make you run all week long. You ain't getting paid, and if you did get paid, shit, it's amazing. But I don't want to keep running on here. I mean, the video's already at 18 minutes. And I'm new to this stuff with this live stuff, so please forgive me. I don't see nobody's comments or nothing, but I do see 6 people on. It don't tell me who's on and none of that, but thank you guys for joining. Please hit that share button, like button, and send this message on. Thank you.